Hey, what's up, Carl and Amanda? This is a demo for both of your guys' Sabers. This is a little something different than what I usually do. I usually just have one, but we'll be demoing both the Scrapflex for Carl that was made by Nick Cohen over at Starfall Sabers, and then I've got this Flagship that Carl had made for Amanda as well. This was laser etched because this is a rose gold Flagship. It's very beautiful. They're both installed with Proffie V2, and they've got CCSabers LED pixels in both, but we're going to start off with the Flagship, or I'm sorry, the Scrapflex. The Scrapflex has removable chassis, so the Saber only opens from back here. So what you want to do is you want to take this off. Now this chassis is not going to slide out on you. It's pretty tight fit in there. So what you want to do when you get this in your hand and you get that pommel off, you're going to want to take it, but you're going to want to hit it on your hand a little bit, but keep your hand cupped just in case you don't drop that chassis out. It's not going to drop, but it's just a good practice anyway. So you do that a few times, it'll pop out like that, and then this pulls out. So there's a few reasons why I don't make this guy to where it just falls out on you. First being, I wouldn't do it anyways because of these pins. You've got 14 pins right here that line up with that PCB in there. And you can see those PCB traces, they're not very big. So there's not a whole lot of room to be off. So rather than be loose and off and accidentally short something out, I make a tight tolerance anyway when I make chassis like this. But then added inside of this handle, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, I went through with some sandpaper and tried to get it. It's not going to show up well on camera, but when you get this in your hand, you're going to be able to feel it right about where this knurling starts inside this handle. There's a slight bump up. It goes up, it bumps up, and it goes back down. And then, but it is the entire diameter of that handle. I was able to get most of that out, but there's still a little bit in there. And I didn't want to take too much of that out then, because then I would run into the same problem as I just explained. I don't want the chassis being very loose. Any bit of this action in there is not good. So that's what we did, and I designed my chassis around what I have felt in here after I tried to fix it a little bit, right? This is a beautiful Saber. It's a 2-button setup. So your main activation switch is this green AV switch right here. That's your activation, and then your auxiliary is this little tactile right here. This is the first time that I've used a Smuggler's Outpost PCB set and ran an AV switch up top. So that was a little scary because this is one of those Sabers that you wire this guy up and you better be paying attention and everything better be right, because it's going to be super hard to take it off and rework it. So I mean, I try to do that anyway, but this guy, you better get it right. So it's right for anybody who's using these Smuggler's Outposts PCB sets that are watching this video and you're using them on your own Sabers. You have 2 negative pads and 2 positive pads for your main pixel. I run 22 gauge wires from my pixel, so I only use 1 a piece. And then you've got those extra pads. So you got an extra positive and an extra negative. So you want to resistor your LED switch and then run it to the pad. And that's what I did. If you're using smaller gauge wire and use both of your pads, you can just piggyback to the same pad that you soldered to, and that would work as well. So that's what we did here. Your actual chassis, tried to pay homage to Nick. So I do have Starfall Sabers over here. You got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost speaker, and then I do put Solo Sabers on all my stuff here, and then a Smuggler's Outpost emblem right here. I am part of Smuggler's Outpost, and this thing is riddled with SO parts, so paying a little bit of homage to my fellas. All right, you got your Proffie board right here. This chassis is designed, if you may be able to see it, may not. You can get to that SD card and take it out without ever lifting the board up. You can pop the board up if you want to. You just take a pair of tweezers or something and come over here on the corner and pop it up. Yeah, I would suggest just doing it like this. No need to take it all the way out, but you can if you want to. Do what you need to do to your board and then snap it back into place. I've done that, and I've also done it from here and not moved it. I tried it both ways. I have a micro USB connector, or my data cable I have a small one that's at a 90-degree angle and it fits in here perfectly, but you may not have that. But just know there's no adhesion on this board. I make these a tight snap fit. And then you've got your pins obviously right here. So we'll throw a battery in it. I will go in and dial in the color that you asked me for on one of these guys. I have not done that yet. I got all the sound fonts on there, blade styles, everything like this. And then these videos tend to take some time. So I want to make sure that I grabbed this this demo video and send it over to you, because I think you're about 7 hours ahead or so. But when we put a battery in, your spring side is your negative side of your battery. So don't ever put that in backwards.
My ally is the Force.
So I've got 2 sound fonts on here from Preston over at Syndicate Sound Fonts, and I will pay him for those because I want to keep those on this Saber when I send them to you. I think you'll like them. I've got Ancient Integration, and then I've also got Dark Jedi on top of the ones that you asked me for. So when you put that battery in, you just slide your chassis all the way in just like this. Now with these pins, it doesn't matter how you put it in, board facing up, board facing down, it doesn't matter. You can just take your chassis, throw it in. And then this guy is what's gonna make those pins engage. So you're gonna screw this all the way on until you get down to about the last thread, and then probably closer to 2 threads. And you're threading this on, you're gonna feel it tighten up. It's all those pins engaging, and that's exactly what we want, right? So now gestures. All that's looking good. Nice and loud. We'll twist off, and then we can use the activation if we want. And we've got our auxiliary right here. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. Now your blade retention, I went ahead and I kept that. It's gonna be right here. I had talked to you about drilling up another, some grub screw right up here. I didn't want to do that. So it would have taken away from the Saber. I actually found a different way to do things. So I did not deface the Saber in any way, right? We're gonna test both of these Sabers with the blade that I made. So this blade is a 32 or 34, I can't remember which. It's whichever one you asked me for. I believe it's a 32. It looks like 32. So 32-inch NeoPixel blade. This was made with BTF strips. Both the PCB and the PCB holder are from Custom Saber Shop, as well as the blade tip, and actually pretty much everything in here is from Custom Saber Shop except for the BTF strips. I get those from Amazon. But I also sanded down the blade. You're not going to be able to see that in person, on camera, but you'll be able to see that in person. I sand down for blade diffusion. So you've got your lights, your foam, the plastic diffuser that goes over the foam. I forget the name of it offhand. And all that's in there, plus I sanded the blade. So there is a pretty even distribution of light in this guy. So it fits in the Scrapflex very easy. It is a little snug in the Flagship. So when I demo the Flagship, I won't be using the blade retention. The Flagship also did not come with any screws. I'm holding these shrouds on with my screws for my Flagship, but I'm taking them back because they're mine. So anyway, we got that blade locked down. This is a responsive blade, so on this particular one I gave you a responsive blade style that will go white when you swing it. Hopefully you're catching that. You got battle mode, so when you tap that, it'll initiate battle mode or blade lock up until you pull away from it. And then we'll just go to the next sound box. If we wanted to play a track, we just hold down our power button for a second and turn it off. I mean, this thing is loud, right? Same thing to turn it off. Turn the soundtracks on and off. You just hold down the power button for a second and let go.
It's been a while.
So you have two Ahsoka fonts on here. One font I wanted to give you a silver color, and then the other font I gave you the blue. I don't like to go white on the blade styles. I'll let you do that if you like. I just don't care to do it, but I thought this looked really nice. I feel like a pure white blade stresses the LEDs a bit. I could be wrong on that, but that is what I've read. And so just for my precautionary side, I just choose not to make that as a default for anyone.
Dark Jedi.
This is a Dark Jedi font by Preston. Got some pretty sweet soundtracks to it.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
We'll turn that off. That's how you enter mute mode. You don't want to do that. Now, I also gave you a fire blade just because I think it's cool. Or a fire soundtrack.
Kylo Ren.
Now, you got your K-Sith crossguard fonts on here. When you sent me that, it actually had two of them. So it'll say Kylo Ren on both of them when you go to that sound font, but they are different. One is The Last Jedi, and I think one is from The Force Awakens. Unstable blade. And then you also have two different styles
Kylo Ren.
of unstable blade. I think this one is the Anger unstable.
I wondered when you would return.
Temple Guardian.
CC.
And then you're into the stock sound fonts, and I'll stop there because nobody cares about this. But I put them on anyway, just you know, in case you want them. So we're gonna take the blade out, comes right out. And then same thing when we take the chassis out that we did when it didn't have a battery in it. Difference being when it has a battery in it, it has a little bit more heft. So it will pop out a little easier on you. That's probably when you want to be a little bit more careful about keeping your hand out there so you don't drop the chassis. And because you have motion controls, when you have that battery in and you go to beating on it to take the chassis out a little bit, it's probably going to go off on you just like it did on me just now. But one or two smacks with your hand comes right out to the point that you can pull it out, and you know, you can rest assured that these pins align up on those PCB traces up top like they should. So I'm just going to put the chassis back in this guy for safekeeping. I did enclose or encapsulate the speaker on all the sides and then put it back into the chassis a little bit so that when this pommel piece pushes up on the chassis, it's not touching the speaker drum. So as you could tell when we went through all of that, we didn't have any sound distortion because it's not being affected by this pommel holding everything in place. But that is your Scrapflex. I hope that came out the way you like. And we're on to the Flagship. So I did do a brass switch on here like you asked me for. I put that brass switch right here with this switch for the main activation, and then I like to put a little brass tactile switch back here for auxiliary. It barely sticks out. If I can get that up against that wood so you can see that. Barely sticks out, but very easy to press with your finger. CCSabers in there as well. This is pretty simple to get to. We just unscrew the handle, static chassis, removable battery. So as requested, I did put Always Be Kind on this side of the chassis to match the Saber. And then, I'm always marking my territory. So 28 millimeter smuggler's outpost again over here. And then your Proffie board is up here. You can also on this guy get to your SD card. It's going to be hard to tell the depth in this video, but you can pull that out and push it back in without moving the board. But again, the board is not adhesed down to the shelf. I don't like using glue or tape if I can ever get away with it. I like a nice press fit for the board, and that's what this one is too. So you can pop the board up, do what you want to do, snap it back down in place. Don't be afraid to snap it because I do make it tight so that it stays by itself. And then you have a removable battery system in this as well with, of course, your spring side here is your negative. So we're going to throw a battery in this guy.
It was foretold that you would be here. Our long-awaited meeting has come at last.
So we got that in here, and then you have gesture controls on the Flagship as well. So twist off. We can do same for soundtracks. Hold for a second and let go. Sounds really good. And then we'll turn it off. I personally bite my fingernails all the time. I know it's a nasty habit, but I do it. I don't have any fingernails. It can be a little tedious for me to hit this tactile switch, but if you have fingernails or you just press it hard enough with your thumb, it goes right in. But for my weird fingertips, this particular type of switch is not preferable to me, but it's not my Saber. So we're gonna throw this blade in the Flagship, and this blade was actually made for this Flagship. I'm not using the blade retention, so because of that, I'm not gonna go super tough on swinging it around. I'm just gonna do the demo so you know everything is kosher with it. So, active or auxiliary back here. Battle mode on this too, so you got blade lock up until you pull away from it. And then twist off, and we'll go to the next sound file. Two different Ahsokas on this guy. They are both blue blades, but they are different styles. They're different blade styles. I believe this one right here is an audio flicker blade.
General I fought with was among the greatest of the Jedi.
General Skywalker. This is the responsive blade style, so it will be white when you swing it.
Great Jedi once told me the best leaders lead by example.
Art Directory Inquisitorious.
So I will go back, and I think that I named a file. So I will go back and fix that, obviously, before this goes out. Second sister.
When you've already lost yourself, a limb's easy.
CNC.
And then we're into the stock fonts. So I'm going to take this blade out. So before this goes out, I will go back and rename that sound font on the SD card. And then I will also lock in the color on one of these profiles that you wanted and that you requested me to do. So these won't go out until tomorrow, so that I can button this up a little bit. But I wanted to get this demo off to you before it was bedtime. So let me know if you got any questions. Thanks.